Hello Gemini, welcome to my channel. My name is Xabe, the Gemini Witch. It is such a pleasure to have you guys here with me today. If you guys are new here, welcome. If you guys are returning viewers, welcome back. Let's jump into your reading, Gemini. We're going to go ahead and cover love, and we're going to cover finances. We're going to cover the person on your mind, and we're going to cover potential love. Okay, so what's going on with the person on Gemini's mind, Spirit? What is going on with the person on Gemini's mind, Spirit? Hit that like button, comment, share, and subscribe. What is going on in regards to the person on Gemini's mind? What can you tell me? Slow the fuck down and take your time. Ask yourself if the motherfucker is worth all the effort, and take a fucking break and spend some time apart. Is there a shitty issue going on that you are not wanting to deal with? So, person on Gemini's mind. Spiritual or religious beliefs are best viewed with an open mind, or just shut the fuck up and love them for who they are. What? No. This is funny. Okay, well, I mean, if you resonate with that, great. So let's get a little bit more here. What else can you tell me about Gemini and the person on Gemini's mind? Uncertainty. You're feeling uncertain about the situation. There is love. You really do love this person. Because at one point they made you happy. Okay. What would this person like to tell Gemini? What would this person like to tell Gemini? If their higher self could talk. What would this person like to tell Gemini? Unclear again. I don't know how I feel about this connection anymore. And others' opinions. I feel bound by my culture, my family's beliefs on how I should live my life. I'm working towards breaking free from limiting myself based on their beliefs. So this is twice. Unclear and uncertainty has popped up twice, and the opinions and beliefs of other people have popped up twice. So the person on your mind is battling, struggling. They feel like you bring them happiness. They love you. They also feel like maybe you guys are taking some sort of a break apart. But I feel like you're asking yourself if the person is even worth this, going back to this situation, because I feel like this person is swayed by other people's opinions. Maybe even a difference of belief systems spoiling you. I want to give you the good life. I want to spoil you with gifts and trips, everything that you could ever need or want. You deserve nothing less. Okay. They want to spoil you. And nervous. You make me nervous. Even just thinking about you, I get nervous. I'm not sure what to say or how to act around you. This person doesn't know how to act around you. You intimidate them. You make them nervous. You're in the spotlight. You're about to be in the spotlight, whether it's your man only having eyes for you, or your partner only having eyes for you, or your career finally taking off. Expect to get a lot of attention. This person thinks that you're always in the spotlight. or, you know, you tend to attract a lot of attention. Know your circle. There's like some success can breed fake friends and enemies. Keep your circle small. Raise your standards for your life and the people that you allow in it. You gotta be wise with who you allow in your circle, Gemini. Let go of your anger. Give yourself permission to feel anger and resentment. Breathe. Then let it go with love. Forgive yourself for not knowing any better. You're pissed off. And obsession. Addicted to you. Is it love, obsession, or infatuation? Ask yourself if you can slow down or not allow thoughts of them to consume you and just let love naturally unfold. There's some sort of an obsessive energy. Love sacrifice. Don't sacrifice yourself in seeking love. You'll end up unhappy and hating yourself for it. Be with someone who makes you feel good. Yeah, it just, listen, if you guys are unequally yoked and you guys don't believe in the same thing, or if, like, you know, people tend to get into other people's business all the time. People always have opinions, right? And they think that they know best. But it just seems to me like there's a lot of outside influences here. And also, I just feel like this person's really not on your level. Whoever this is that is on your mind, whoever's in your energy, it just seems very complicated. I mean, listen, I know, like, they say that sometimes, you know, love is complicated, but I don't know. This just doesn't, it's very uncertain. Yeah. There's a lot of uncertainty here. And there's obsession. The Judgment card. Maybe coming back, wanting to ask for forgiveness. Wanting to, like, bury the hatchet. The Six of Pentacles. Wanting to come back in, maybe give you something, right? I feel like you've given a lot to this situation, and I feel like, what is this Judgment card, Spirit? The Eight of Cups. Yeah, walking away. You know, walking away because you've already poured all that you could into the situation here. So it's like you're closing the door because of just this messiness. Okay, so yeah, you're no longer giving. I mean, I feel like you have given what you could, and you've become a new person, totally different person. Like you've had some sort of a glow up or renewal in your energy, or you've just learned so many lessons here with the Judgment card. Okay. So, well, that's in regards to the person that is on your mind. And let's go into new love. Let's see what's happening with new love. Okay. So, Spirit, tell me about new for Gemini. New love for Gemini. New love for Gemini. New love for Gemini. New love for Gemini. Isolation. Spirit saying you're not going to meet anybody if you're always isolating yourself. So you're closed off to it. This is, you know, an energy of being closed off too. Tell me more. Yeah, new love. Like, there is so much potential for you to have new love or for you to meet someone, but you're isolated. We'll get more on this. Tell me more about this new love, this potential new love for Gemini, Spirit. New love for Gemini. It takes two to tango and two to fuck it all up. Tango is more fun. I just feel like this is like, you know, this has to be reciprocal, right? If someone is going to come into your life, you have to be just as interested or just as enthusiastic about this as they are. Okay, so it's like giving the same amount of energy. Someone is being a fucking control freak. We have the right to fuck up our own lives and learn from it. We all have the right to fuck up. So like stopping, you know, Spirit saying in the future, don't be a control freak, right? So whenever, if ever someone comes into your life, you got to kind of like let go of the control, because, you know, this isolation card also says alone time is needed, time for a deep soul searching. So, you know, you might be soul searching right now and like trying to get over what you've been through, okay? That way you won't come across as someone who might be controlling. That way you will be able to reciprocate whatever energy comes to you. So tell me more about new love, Spirit, with the tarot. Tell me more about new love with the tarot, Spirit. Tell me more about new love with the tarot. Potential future, new love. Yeah, 8 of Swords. Get out of your head. You feel trapped. I feel like you're not even interested in it right now. That's okay. You know, energy always changes. The Knight of Swords, but it's coming anyways. Even if it's just communication, the 5 of Swords in the reverse. So the 5 of Swords is an energy of being deceptive. It's of, you know, trickery, right? Robbery. But when it's in the reverse, this is the opposite of that. The Knight of Swords is you trying to make sense of maybe what you've been through in the past. So Spirit is saying that maybe this is a time for you to just kind of be in that hermit mode and really think about, not dwell on what happened in the past, but really try to make sense of everything that took place, right? Because everyone has their own experience of what they've been through, right? Let's just say with your ex, they have their own experience and their own narrative as to what took place in the relationship, and you have your own experience and your own narrative. But sometimes people can project, right, or gaslight you so bad into thinking that it was all your fault, or they can definitely trick you really badly into believing that it was all you. And don't get me wrong, you know, just like the card says, it takes 2 to tango, and 2 to fuck it all up. Tango is more fun. So, you know, you have to just take the good with the bad and sift out what's not serving you. What can you take from the relationship that you had in the past? What can you learn from? How can you learn from it, right? What did you learn from it so that you don't take it into the future? Because one thing is to be completely jaded when it comes to love and completely closed off, because you never know if you meet someone that you really hit it off with, and the next thing you know, you're just like really freaking scared to pursue something with this person, and it ends up pushing that person away. So maybe right now is a time for you to just relax, try to make sense of things, right? But not necessarily be closed off entirely when it comes to romance, right? So yeah, the Knight of Swords. And I also feel like, let me get more on this. What is this Knight of Swords? What is this Knight of Swords? What is this Knight of Swords, Spirit? What is this Knight of Swords? Yeah, you're focused on money when it comes to like new love. You're more focused on your money with the Chariot and the Ace of Pentacles than anything else. The Knight of Swords I mean, I feel like they're coming in. You're going to have an opportunity come in anyways, because this is about new love, right? This is not about money. This could be your energy where you're like, I'm just focused on my money. I'm focused on moving forward. I'm focused on becoming victorious in my own way, in my own life, right? And just seizing the moment and taking, just allowing new opportunities in for myself. And I also see here that there could be someone that's coming in that does not have bad intentions with you, and they want to have some sort of a good time, and maybe even just be, a victorious. They want this to be victorious, right? And they do have something to offer you, a new opportunity, right? And the Ace of Pentacles talks about like material things too. Okay, so this person might drive a really nice car, I'm just saying, and they could quite possibly be gift givers. Okay, that might be their love language, but they don't want you. It's like Spirit doesn't want you to stay stuck in the past. They want you to make sense of the past, because you're in this Eight of Swords energy where you're just like stuck, and this is a self-imposed restriction. This is in your own mind, right? And you just feel tied. You feel like your hands are tied. And I'm not saying for you to jump into something now, because it might not be the best idea. Maybe you are not ready for it, and that's okay. Maybe you do need some time, but there is an opportunity here for you, right? And I'm not saying that you need to be 100% healed in order for this new energy to come into your life, but you do need to take the time out to really kind of think about what you've been through, make sense of it all, right? Come up with your own story. Even if, I don't know, it's kind of like washing away or wiping away, like what took place, right? Taking accountability and learning from it, right? Where did you go wrong? Why were you in that situation to begin with? Okay, so you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying. Okay, so let's get into finances and see what Spirit has to say about finances. Spirit, what do you have to tell Gemini about their finances? What do you have to tell Gemini about their finances? What does Gemini need to know about their finances? Visualize abundance in all forms. This says, God gave you such great spiritual power that everything that you visualize eventually becomes reality. Hold a steady vision of that which is beautiful, healthful, positive, and filled with blessings. And that is what you will experience. So visualizing, right? Even though the world right now seems like it's falling apart, but I just feel like it's always been that way. We just never really have been exposed to it in the way that we're being exposed to it now because of social media and how easily accessible all of this information is. But that can definitely affect you, right? If you're sitting here and you're watching the news, or you're just seeing how things are just not working out all around the world and everything's just kind of falling apart. That doesn't have to be your world, Gemini. Spirit is saying God gave you such great spiritual power that everything that you visualize eventually becomes reality. Hold a steady vision of that which is beautiful, healthful, positive, and filled with blessings, and that is what you will experience. I don't know if you have a vision board. Maybe that's something that you could work on. The Four of Cups. Yeah, nothing is really making you happy right now in regards to finances or career. You're just like over it, right? You're over a lot of things right now. You're just really discontent, very bored. But what's interesting about this card is that he's looking at the empty cups. And there are cups behind him that are actually filled and they're glowing. But he's so focused on the negative that he's not seeing the positive. Okay, so there's something here about what you're feeding your mind, what you're thinking, what you're telling yourself over and over and over again. You got to kind of be delusional, right? I mean, listen, the guy who created the light bulb and the guy who created the first plane and the guy who created, you know, the first automobile, he was delusional, or they were delusional, and people were like, ah, that's crazy, right? But they held their vision. The Three of Swords, you're really discontent, very just hurt, brokenhearted when it comes to maybe your finances and your career, thinking that things should have been better by now, right? That you should have been somewhere else. Maybe you should have owned this or had that or gone here or gone there, right? So there's some pain here. The Three of, actually, this is the Three of Wands. My bad, no. The Three of Wands, I mean, you might be able to identify or resonate with what I just said, but the Three of Wands, this is waiting for your ships to come in. This is being patient. This is Spirit saying you have sown some seeds. You have done some work here, and something good is coming because of that. You have planted some very prosperous seeds, and you're about to see the growth. You don't see growth right away, right? As soon as you plant a seed, you're not going to see the whole tree sprout. No, you have to water it. You have to be patient, right? You have to cultivate. So Spirit saying the Three of Wands is just being patient and waiting, okay? Being patient and waiting. What else in regards to Gemini's finances? What else in regards to the Two of Pentacles, juggling? And the Seven of Pentacles, again, that's about patience. Tell me more. The Nine of Wands. Standing your ground. Having patience, standing your ground. Two of Pentacles, juggling a lot, balancing, making sure that you're balancing your budget. There's a lot here about patience. I'm seeing that it is coming in because you have done the work. The Seven of Pentacles also talks about you know, paying your bills, but also putting a little bit of money on the side for yourself. The Nine of Wands, standing your ground, standing up for what you believe in, what you want. Being protective of your assets, being protective of your finances, protecting them. I'm also getting here, Gemini, be protective of maybe your passwords. Your passwords to your accounts. What about this Nine of Wands, Spirit? For Gemini's finances. Yeah, Ten of Wands, you're carrying a lot. You're carrying a lot. You're juggling a lot. But you're wearing it like a crown of victory. You're like, oh, look at everything I've been through. It's like put it down. You're juggling too much. Give me more. I'm also hearing like you're wiser now. When it comes to your finances, when it comes to your money, when it comes to your material things, you're wiser. The Seven of Wands. The Nine of Wands is about protection, protecting your finances. The Seven of Wands is about standing your ground, making a decision and standing on it. The Sun card is about positivity and freedom and joy, experiences, feeling light again. If you just stand firm on a decision that you made, or You know, stand firm on the direction that you want to go. The Page of Pentacles, this is a new opportunity. This could be work. This could be, you know, maybe starting something new for yourself. Oh, like this is a new chapter. It may not be huge, but it is definitely one step forward towards your goal, where you want to be. This is about potential. Okay, so I hope that made sense. I hope that made sense, Gemini. So to end this, Spirit, what would you like to tell Gemini? What would you like to tell Gemini? What else would you like to tell Gemini? Yeah, willpower. Solar light upgrade. Solar plexus chakra, inner fire, and willpower. Having that willpower. Halls of learning, spirit guides, confirmation, and great lessons. You've been through some great lessons. And you have your spirit guides with you. This is just confirmation. Arcturian light codes. Evolutionary downloads, recalling your power, and future thinking. And Orion activation, supernova, recreation, renewal, rebirth by the light. So you're definitely going through a rebirth here, but you're receiving downloads. You're recalling your own power. You're thinking about the future, and you're being guided by spirit. This is just confirmation that the lessons that you've learned have been great lessons. This is interesting because this has halls of learning, and this is literally like a castle, or it actually looks like a library, but it's all gold. It's a golden library. That is beautiful. You probably can't, hopefully, I mean, that light is probably, hopefully it's not, yeah. Yeah, so that's what I have for you, Gemini. Hit that like button, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next reading. Bye, Gemini.